Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Will Richards.
I'm Sarah Tupper.
And we're here for today's Pride podcast, a very proud podcast indeed.
We are going to be talking to lots of the people involved in everything we've got going on for Pride this month in Chelmsford, including Essex Pride.
Let's get straight into it.
The Chelmsford For You podcast with Will and Sarah, an exclusive look into all things Chelmsford.
We're here with Ryan, the wind beneath our wings, ironically in front of the wings, created by the wonderful Juliet Townsend. Ryan, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. For those that don't know, you are an integral part of Chelmsford For You, the bid. Who are you and what do you do?
So I look after the social media and all of the events that we do here at Chelmsford For You, all of the different campaigns and everything. So obviously we are in Pride Month and we have changed to Chelmsford For All, which you are wearing our wonderful T-shirts. So yeah, and you will see these hearts, these Chelmsford For All hearts, they're actually on a number of businesses. You will see, this one's been painted, this one, but you will see a number of them on all of the shops, 2 different sizes this year, and a number of them, we introduced it last year, but a number of the hearts have remained in place throughout the whole year, which is amazing. And,
why not? Yeah.
So lovely just to really promote inclusivity and just Chelmsford For All. That's really what we want to push. It's why we came up with it, and it's amazing to be a part of. So
it is such an amazing campaign to do, and as you say, heartwarming to know that they are staying up the whole year, which is just incredible. But the window vinyls and the stickers, they're not just the only thing that we are doing as part of the Pride campaign this month. Talk us through some of the other things we've got going on.
Yeah, so obviously we changed the branding to show our support and our celebration for the community. But what we do is Essex Pride, which we're really, really lucky to host here in Chelmsford, which is organised by Gary, who I know you're chatting to a bit later. And they introduced last year the march for the first time that you two went on, which was amazing. And we had the podcast for that done last year. So we wanted to create these window murals that really celebrated Pride and added to the route of the march. And because the route's getting bigger this year, we brought them back. So we've got 8 window murals, which are on the route. So if you go to our website and on our socials, you'll find out all of the windows that they're on. And basically we've allocated them to a number of different artists, and our brief really was to celebrate and educate, really simple, and just to see the artist's different take on them.
It has been amazing.
I love it. It's great because it shows not only obviously a very important message and spreads the right word, it also shows the talent that we've got in Chelmsford, which is incredible. Incredible
talent, and obviously coming off the back of Concrete Canvas,
it's
really just adding into all of this, and it's using art can be used to really get messages across. So going from Concrete Canvas and then using art to kind of promote this really positive and just love is love and all of that, it really is so important. And obviously this one's a great selfie opportunity, so...
That's why you chose this place.
Exactly.
Makes a lot more sense now. Well, thank you so much. Well, go on, you want to say?
I was just going to say, we are at Barclays on the High Street. That's where you can find the wings. Obviously, we're on a very busy High Street, which is why you can hear all the noise and everything around us. But it's a key area for the march. And lastly, one of the other things that we're doing this year, it's a brand new part of our campaign, isn't it? Which is very exciting. Tell us about Hearts for Pride.
Yes, so we are really excited to be introducing Hearts for Pride this year. The reason that this came about was the fact that the number of times I hear people say, you know, what does the Pride flag mean? Or what do the colours represent? The heart that you're wearing, that's actually the Pride Progress flag. So that was introduced from the original Pride flag, which are the colours on that side of the heart. And then obviously this is the progress element. So each of the colours represents something different. And we really wanted to, Pride is a month where you educate. So we thought it was a perfect opportunity to kind of do it in a fun way. So we have had 11 hearts, giant hearts ranging from 3 metres to 1 metre, and one for each colour of the Pride Progress flag. they're going to be put in a number of different shops around the city centre. Again, if you go on our website, you'll find out all of those locations. When you get to the location, there'll be a vinyl which explains what each colour means. So basically, you can do the whole trail, and it's an opportunity just for Chelmsford again, for us to just promote an inclusive Chelmsford. And if people want that opportunity to learn a little bit about Pride and what it means, then there's the chance for you to do that as well. So, and that's really exciting. And then on the website as well, there is an opportunity, once you scan the QR code at each heart, for you to leave a little message for what Pride means to you and why you want Chelmsford for all. So,
I think that's beautiful. On that note, what does it mean to you?
It means everything. Obviously, being a member of the community myself, it's just being able to go somewhere and feel accepted is so important, and to sit on a team where we're doing that in Chelmsford, it makes it even more special. So, you know, the hearts are a really simple thing, but for people that, you know, maybe are unsure of who they are at the moment, seeing that might just be that little bit of encouragement and pride that they need. So I think it means everything.
Love that, mate.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Thank you very much, Ryan. One of the most integral part, arguably the most integral part of Chelmsford for You, the bid. Thanks, Ryan. The royal manager in my eyes.
Did you hear that?
Still
Had
good
it here
job.
first.
Yeah, okay, on to the next one then. We're here on the High Street, the brand new laid High Street, just outside Virgin Money, because Beth Coutinho, your artwork is here. This is the originator, the curator, the artist of this wonderful piece, which is stunning.
It is. I love this one.
So talk us through this one. Obviously, we know what it's for, but talk us through why you've chosen this particular style.
Okay, so I think the symbology of a hand is very open. We do a lot with our hands. We can fight with our hands. We can say hello with our hands. These things are all really kind of open-ended and speak a lot about the progress of Pride and how it started and how it is today. And I really felt like that symbology was what I wanted to use.
Yeah.
The wording of Love Wins spoke really clearly to me. I specifically wanted to put a full stop in there to kind of just be very clear about that message.
Emphasis behind it,
Yeah, isn't it?
No doubt.
End of.
We've got the colours of the Pride. This is the progressive Pride colours. We've got the black, brown, blue, pink and white in there as well.
Awesome.
And I've used Virgin Money's type for the writing because I wanted to be able to include them into it as well.
That's smart. I didn't even notice that. Wow, okay.
And I wanted to get a little touch more queer symbology in there. So we've got the classic thumb ring, but also a wedding ring.
Yeah.
Because love does win, no matter who you're spending your life with.
That's really nice symbolism. I like that. For those that don't know, can you explain the sort of thumb ring to us?
It's queer symbology.
Right, okay.
It's a kind of signalling that lots of people have used over the years, along with many, many other types of signalling.
Yeah.
But it's a kind of quiet statement that can be easily picked up without too much fuss.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
never even knew that.
No, you learn something new every day. One of my favourite things about this, not only is it beautifully neat, how on earth you can do this freehand, I have no idea. But it's almost a nice little picture piece because you can come and get your photo done in front of it.
Yeah.
Staff here don't mind. Give them a wave on the way through, give them a smile. Lovely stuff. We're going to check out some more on the High Street.
We are, yes. Thank you so much
Beth.
for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on the project.
No problem. Thanks for having us. No, thank you for being part of it. On to the next one. We're here outside the side of John Lewis with Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really well, thank you. Personally, one of my favourite pieces. This is an incredible piece. Elton John made in multicoloured love hearts. Is that the best way to describe it?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say
It's
so.
a beautiful song lyric over there. We all know what that is. Copyright strikes, don't need those. Talk us through this. Why have you chosen, obviously, this icon?
Yes. Well, I think it started really with the actual lyrics, how wonderful life is now you're in the world, and with, Pride still being a really, really big thing for gay people, LGBTQ plus people. I really wanted just to show them all that, now you're in the world, that the world's a better place because you're in it.
Yeah.
So that's where it started. And Elton John, he is a massive gay icon, sort of coming out in the 80s where being gay was really tough.
Yeah.
He stuck by his guns and he was who he was and authentically, and I love that about him. And I love him as an artist. So hence why I sort of evolved from the lyrics. And then in terms of how it built up, I really wanted to include lots of the colours from the LGBTQ plus flag. And because my background's in textile art, I do embroidery,
Right.
I wanted to get the texture in. So I thought, why not do it out of love hearts? So it looks sort of stitchy and messy from a bit further away. But then when you come up, you can see all the love hearts. And it was made with love as well. So it all makes sense.
Difficult in this sunlight,
Oh,
obviously.
definitely. Yeah, I was very sweaty doing it.
Very dedicated to the cause.
Yes,
rightly
exactly.
so, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. Now, I'm
It
not going to
is.
ask you how you've done it,
Yeah.
but how on earth you got this so right is incredible. Obviously, that's an artist's secret.
Exactly,
But that is
yeah.
incredible.
Thank you.
Obviously, your background in art.
Yes.
That is your role at
is.
the local County Girls High School.
It is, yes. I'm the head of art, but I'm also senior development leader in charge of creativity across the whole school.
Brilliant.
So my role is to make sure that all subjects in the school, whether it's math, science, English, are all creative, and that creativity is enjoyed and explored within those subjects.
Of course, many different forms of it as well.
Exactly, yes. It's not
That
just
is
for
good.
art, drama, dance, etc. It's
Brilliant.
for all subjects.
Well, they're very lucky to
Lots
have
of
you, and they should all be very
progress.
proud of you.
Thank you very much. I think they are. I've got lots of positive comments from staff and students.
Good.
So yeah, we're all enjoying it.
Yeah, it's stunning. So come down to the side of John Lewis on Bond Street, take a photo. It's so much more incredible in real life because, yeah, it looks brilliant. But
See all the
thanks so much.
detail.
Thank you.
Right, let's
Thank
move on to the next one. Here with James, co-founder of Blue Sky Printing. How are you?
Good, thank you. You good?
Yeah, really good, thank
Cool.
you. James, you were telling me is a very integral part of the whole process.
Absolutely.
The reason we've got these T-shirts, the reason that the window stickers exist, lots of different things.
Yes,
Yeah.
the printing extraordinaire in the Meadows and in Chelmsford. Obviously, we love working with you anyway, but you are part of the LGBTQ plus community,
Yeah.
a massive, massive ambassador for everything in Chelmsford, supportive of all of the kind of pride stuff going on, particularly.
Definitely.
So yeah, James and Blue Sky Printing does all the window vinyls that we were talking about. But James, talk us through some of the other kind of pride things that you get involved with.
So at the moment, we're working with lots of the queer artists that are taking part in the exhibition at Chelmsford Museum that you'll hear about later. And yeah, so we're kind of printing that whole exhibition. We're doing it on eco-friendly materials as well. So don't damage the environment or, yeah, just really sustainable kind of way of printing an exhibition. Obviously, we've got our massive pride flag up.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed designing all the hearts and stuff that went all over town and kind of being a part of making Pride Month so visible in Chelmsford.
Yeah, and it's something that you've been, wanting to see for a long time, and things are changing, I think, aren't they, in Chelmsford? Obviously, it's amazing that Chelmsford For You can be a part of that. This year, as we said, we've got changes with the inflatable hearts that are going to be happening. Last year, James supported the Walk with Pride campaign that we did with Bond Street as well, with the big floor vinyl.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That was challenging.
But you did it.
It's a 45 square metre vinyl, which is a bit tricky to lay down, and even our suppliers were amazed that we managed to do something that massive with their materials, so it was really good.
It was
He
huge.
does it all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's obviously great for you seeing all these changes happening in Chelmsford, and as a gay-owned business here in the city centre, how talk us through Pride for You and the inclusivity as a
I think
business.
for me, Pride is all about visibility, and it's visibility to people that feel like they're marginalised, and giving people that can see all these things happening around town that we are an inclusive society and we will accept people, and giving them the kind of confidence to come out and be who they really want to be.
It's amazing.
I think it's really nice of you, mate.
It is.
Brilliant work from you guys. You can
Thank
find Blue
you.
Sky Printing inside the Meadows. You can't miss them. Check them out online as well.
Yep.
Oh, and a side note, if you want a printed T-shirt, give them a few days' notice, pop down, get it printed. Jobs are good, and you can even
Yeah.
get this logo. Why not?
Definitely.
Anything else to add?
No, all good.
Awesome.
Thanks
Brilliant.
so much.
Thanks so much. We're here in one of my favourite places in Chelmsford, Central Park, the major main event space for Essex Pride. On the 24th,
24th of June, absolutely,
Just a few days away now. You looking forward to it?
I cannot wait. It's the 19th year.
Yeah.
So it's been 19 years in the making getting to this stage as well. And it started in a pub, really, in Molsham Street. And it's grown into this huge festival that gets all this support. And we're ready for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Gary, you're the main organiser of this event.
I mean, there's a team of us.
Of course,
as you would expect. But it's been taking place for 19 years. So
it's a long build-up. And Sophia,
long build-up,
you've got some great events that you've been doing around Chelmsford as well, organising some different things, and something you said one more workshop, is that right?
Yes, so on the 23rd, Sophia is running a placard making workshop at Ideas Hub. Do you want to talk us through what that is?
Yes, so last year was the first march that we had here in Chelmsford. So it was very important that we had some placards, because this started as a protest, it's a celebration, but it's still a protest. And it is really important to be able to communicate things that people need to tell, that needs to change still. And we're going to have that placard from 1 to 4 at the Art Place in Meadows, with a young queer artist leading that workshop, and it's going to be really, really cool.
And you've got all the materials ready for that?
We got all the materials, everything is ready. You just have to show up.
Amazing. And you just mentioned the Pride March. Obviously, it was the first one last year. We walked in it as well, didn't we?
It was awesome.
It was absolutely just outstanding. The whole atmosphere, walking into the park. Talk us through the route this year, because there's a slight change, isn't there?
There is a slight change.
Longer, which is better.
It is longer. So it starts at Popweld and makes its way through Bond Street, and then takes in the whole of the High Street this year.
Amazing.
So it's going to be
that
incredible.
brand new bit at the top.
Yeah.
All the way down.
Absolutely. All the way down through the High Street, through Bell Meadow, and then into Central Park.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people last year, so I highly recommend anyone that doesn't know about it or is going to be joining, bring everyone you can, come down, support, show your love and care. So starting from Popworld, how many roughly was it last year?
Well, it was the first year we did it last year, and considering Pride is of 19, 20 years now, it was the first time we did it, but it was because it was the 50th anniversary of the first UK Pride last year, and we thought, maybe there'd be 300 people that come along, and then over 1,000 people came, so it was incredible, and we're expecting more this year.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was incredible. I mean, a big shout out to Popworld, Ryan, who has always been a big help for you guys. We were actually up last year on the balcony.
Yes, we were.
Watching people arrive, and it is crazy.
Yeah, they just kept arriving, didn't they? We were like, when's this going to end? And it didn't. So, but incredible to have a Pride March, which is the essence of Pride, really.
So what time do people need to get to outside Popworld if they want to be in the march, or...?
Well, it departs Popworld at 10:45, so we're saying from 10 o'clock ideally, come along, start forming up, and then 10:45 it leaves and arrives here in Central Park about 11:30.
Just in time
for the grand opening of the Pride Festival itself at 12 midday, which runs all the way through to 10 o'clock in the evening.
Which is going to be epic.
It will be. It will be incredible. Tell us what we can expect from the day.
There is something for everyone, literally everyone. We've gone all out this year with our festival stage. There's also a dedicated drag and comedy stage this year.
Amazing.
There's the Essex Pride Drag Dog Show, which is always incredible. Always a big surprise how popular that is. Everyone seems to love that. Circus workshops, stalls, great food, great drink. Yeah, something for everyone. It's going to be incredible.
It really is for the whole family, isn't it? Something that we noticed when we were there last year. There's so many kids and families, people of all ages. Just, it's so inclusive. It's a really, really great event. And there's still some tickets available. I know ticket sales are absolutely flying at the moment.
They are, absolutely. Definitely worth getting in quick.
Where can people find tickets from?
Yeah, so there's a socials, there's also our website, essexpride.org is the place to go to find out everything, to find out the acts, everything that's happening on the day, essexpride.org,
Perfect.
Yeah. But you do not need a ticket for the march.
No.
You can join from Popworld to get there for 10 a.m. And I'll tell you one of my favourite things about it. It's almost like a film. When you're walking along, people that didn't know it was happening or forgot or whatever, they're sort of, what's this? And a few people will say it's this and that, and everyone just joins. Yeah. And there's, arguably nearly 1,000 people getting into Central Park and having one of the greatest parties ever for a really good cause. So commendations to both of you guys. It's awesome.
One more thing just to mention, Sophia, the other thing that you're here to talk about is the incredible exhibition that you've been curating up at Chelmsford Museum. Talk us through that.
So it's called Behind the Rainbow, and is to having a space for LGBTQ plus voices to share their stories. and it's going to be, the opening is on the 24th as well as Pride, and it's going to be open for 4 months.
Wow.
So
Perfect.
you have plenty of time to come and have a look. It's going to be really, I think, inspirational and moving, and the idea is just to be able to connect to people as people and just see everybody as just humans, and that's the purpose of it. Yeah.
So this is Chelmsford Museum in Oaklands Park?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So check that out from the 24th, as well as the march from 10 a.m. outside Pop World. Anything else we need to add?
I mean, if you love RuPaul drag queens, we've got the Vivian, we've got Tia Coffee. I mean, acts-wise, there's something for everybody. So it's all about entertainment,
names.
and of course, the meaning of Pride, the essence of Pride is there. That it's about encouraging acceptance for everybody. You know, for Chelmsford to have a Pride is really important. So,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, rightly so.
Definitely.
It's brilliant.
Amazing.
Well, that is all from us today, but make sure you check everything out. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Well, joining us, I should say. Yeah, I've been Will Richards.
I've been Sarah Tupper.
Gary Orms.
Sophia Rojas.
Thanks very much. We'll see you on the next one.
The Chelmsford For You podcast with Will and Sarah. Get involved, like, comment and share.